Hello and welcome to the Virtual Y. My name is Njigia and this is your Somatic Meditation Movement class. Today we are going to be tuning in to freeze. And so I'm not sure if any of y'all listening in also are those that kind of go towards freezing when they get into a place of when they're triggered or feeling trauma or overstressed out. I know for myself as a child, that was literally the first thing I would do, would go into a freeze state. It was the safest place for me was to contract. And I could go into freeze even if I was amongst a bunch of people. Let's say I was with a bunch of friends and there was something that happened, something that was said that really stressed my body out, stressed my nervous system. I would freeze. I would internally go into a frozen state. And even now, as a full-fledged adult, I can sometimes still go into freeze moments. And so today's movement practice is going to be especially helpful for those of you who also go into freeze. I recently have been teaching a meditation at a local shelter, actually 3 of them. But one of them in particular, there's a lot of young youth there, I think at the ages of 12 or 13. And we were talking about are their normal responses. And a couple of them were more into the fight. That's their normal response, was to go into fight. But me and another youth, we went into freeze. And so we were kind of exploring and talking about what that looks like and what we tend to do. And sometimes that can look like not wanting to get out of bed or wanting to go into the fetal position or just wanting to contract and go inward and not speak and kind of hide out. They can show up in so many different ways. And so this practice is going to be a very gentle practice because a lot of times when we're going into freeze, it's because we don't feel safe to move. We don't feel safe. And as a child, we probably weren't safe to move. We weren't safe to speak up. We weren't safe to go fight or to do something else. So that was our safest response, was to freeze. And so now the tool and the idea is now as adults, we can give ourselves this simple practice on our yoga mats, in our room, in a place where we actually do feel safe, where we feel physically safe. And so it's like even in that moment of saying, okay, I'm creating this space right here, me and my yoga mat, my bolster, a couple of my blankets, I am feeling like I can give myself this practice in slow, intentional safety. And so please bring into this practice anything that you might need that you know that will be really helpful for you to sink into a more nourishing space. And so this practice will be done mainly seated. I might get up towards the end. We'll kind of see how that feels. But make sure you just get all the things that you might need. And that might be tons of blankets, a teddy bear even, a really comfy robe or blanket that you can wrap around yourself. I'm going to start some music. And you can use this time to get the things you might need for this practice. And so even if you're not in a place of freeze right now, let's just imagine that the last time that your body went into a freeze state, if you can bring that into your mind's eye, or maybe you can imagine. You probably already know of times when you typically go into freeze. So bring that into the space in the moment, just to go there physically. And as you do so, you're going to keep your eyes open for this beginning part of the practice. And we're just going to quickly kind of look around our room just for a short period of time. Just orienting ourselves into our environment, into our space. And kind of gently in the background ask yourself, do I feel safe? Do I feel safe in this space, in this room? We're not trying to get our body or our mind to say yes. It's an actual question. So we actually really want to know, do I feel safe? And what comes up in your body when you ask yourself this internally? Gently saying and asking, do I feel safe? As you look around your space, your environment, your room. Making sure to look to the side and even behind yourself. And looking to the other side, making sure to look all the way behind. As you slowly move around and keep your eyeing on every single object, every texture, every color, as you say and ask yourself, do I feel safe? And just notice what's happening in your body. Maybe lower your gaze, tuning inward. Tuning into what part of your body does feel safe, maybe a part of your body that does not. And the part of your body that does not, maybe tuning in to see if there's this element, this energy of hibernation happening, because that's what happens when we go into freeze. It's in hibernation. And so tune into that area of your body that feels like it's hibernating, that it's hiding. I have my hands placed on that area right now. You can do the same. Bring some gentle yawns, like forcing yourself even if you don't have to. Yawning is a great practice to do when you are in freeze. It gives yourself this internal movement, this process of moving gently out of hibernation with each and every single yawn. And as you yawn, say to yourself, I can move. Notice what that area in your body feels like now. For me, it feels a little bit lighter, a little bit softer in energy as well. You can take one hand and just place it on your arm even, as you gently close your eyes. Just giving yourself a gentle squeeze, some containment. As you breathe into your hands, feeling that connection from your heart that moves through your arm and through your hands with each and every single breath. With each inhale, you can almost imagine that your heart is opening like a rose. Giving loving breath through your arm, through your hands, and into your arm. And sometimes our bodies does not feel safe enough to get up and to move and to go work out or to go make ourselves a healthy breakfast or a healthy meal. Sometimes our bodies does not feel safe to go enter into a huge social environment. Sometimes our body literally is going into shutdown. So a gentle practice just like this, of just containing, holding yourself with your hands and noticing that your heart has this connection through your arm and through your hands. And that connection, that aliveness, that containment can be just the thing that your body needs to feel safe, to feel like it can move, to feel like it can be held. It can allow yourself to get out of the space where your nervous system feels overwhelmed. This right here. Bringing in a few more deep inhales and exhales. Remembering to connect to that open heart as that heart opens like a flower, like a rose. Bringing this loving energy through your arm and into your hand and into your arm. And begin to gently just sway if your body feels like it's safe enough to do so. You can even ask your body, is it okay to move? And just very slow, just noticing what areas in your body feels like it can move. Moving in circular motions, maybe starting with the wrist. Maybe both at the same time. saying to yourself, I can move. And looking in your environment for one thing that you can lay your eyes on that feels the most loving, the most safest. Maybe it's a color or a plant that someone that you love bought you, or some flowers, or a blanket that maybe your mother knitted for you. Whatever that piece of clothing or that plant, that flower is in your environment, just gaze at it as you begin to gently move your body in circular motions. Slowly coming out of hibernation. Even stretching out your arms like you were just waking up in the morning, maybe another gentle yawn. Stretching the arms back behind you, opening up that chest, that heart, looking up above. Feeling what it feels like to be open. Maybe placing your forehead down if you do have a blanket or a bed or some pillows in front of you. Keeping those arms stretched behind you, placing the forehead down. In this movement, it's almost like you're going inward, like you're in hibernation. We're going to take a deep inhale together. On the exhale, we're going to come out of hibernation, lifting our head off of our pillow. Slowly opening up the chest, opening up our heart. It is safe for me to open. It is safe for me to open. Maybe stretching one arm over to the side as you gaze upward. It is safe for me to move. And feeling that safety, again, moving from your heart all the way through the arm that is lifted in the sky, through your palm. As you say, it is safe for me to move. Feeling all of the hibernation energy move through your fingertips, extending outward, out of your body, through your fingertips. As your heart expands, opens like a flower. Now to the other side, gently bringing the other arm upward. Chest is exposed outward, heart open. As you say, it is safe for me to move. Feeling all of that freeze, hibernation energy that maybe was stuck in your body in that one area at the beginning of this class that we placed our hands on. That stuckness, the hibernation energy moves upward as that heart opens like a flower, giving yourself, your body more energy, more safety within it, to move that hibernation energy out through your arm, out through your fingertips. As you say, it is safe for me to move. And placing that hand back down to the ground. Gently circling your neck. Gently saying to yourself, my voice is needed. Moving the head in the other direction. My expression is needed. Placing your hands on your knees or on your lap and closing your eyes. And tuning inward into your body. What does it feel like within you? What sensations do you notice? Is there any areas in your body that feel alive, that are tingling, that are open? Maybe place your hands on that area inside of you that feels the most alive, the most open. And finding that area now, placing one hand on top of the other. Breathing into this space. And dropping into this area that feels alive. Asking it, what does it need to tell you about your hibernation, about your freeze? What does it want you to know? And take a moment to listen. Take a deep breath in, soaking up all of this love, all of this intention, all of this guidance. And slowly opening your eyes, coming back into the space. Slowly orienting yourself back into your environment. Again, as we did in the beginning of class, we will gently move around, glancing at our space, the colors, the textures, the objects, the aliveness in our space. Taking it in. Saying to oneself as you look around, making sure to turn all the way to your right and behind you and all the way to your left. As you say to yourself, my aliveness is needed. I give myself permission to move. I give myself permission to feel safe in my movement. And turning all the way behind you and back to the front of the room as we end this class with a little bit of tapping on our chest and on the crown of our head as we say together, I give myself permission to move. I give myself permission to move. I give myself permission to feel safe in my body. I I give myself permission to feel safe in my body. I give myself permission to take up space. I give myself permission to take up space. I give myself permission for my bigness to be life-giving to others. I give myself permission for my bigness to be life-giving for others. And finally, I give myself permission to open like a flower. I give myself permission to open like a flower. Together we stretch up our arms as we open like a flower, spreading our fingers wide, taking up the energy and allowing the energy from our heart to move through our fingertips as we feel safe in our body and feel safe taking up space. Thank you all so much for being here for this somatic movement class. I cannot wait to see you all next week. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you.
I'm Sarah, and this is Cardio Dance. Are you guys ready to work out? Let's do it.